As you saw with performance hierarchy, objectives can be set at different levels of the organisation. Some of these objectives will be critical, key to the organisation's success. Critical success factors are the vital areas where things must go right for an organisation to achieve success and outperform its competitors. Critical success factors can be classified as internal, external, monitoring and building. Internal critical success factors are critical success factors that are within the control of the manager. For example, inventory control levels and human resource management. External critical success factors are critical success factors that relate to issues outside the control of the manager. For example, exchange rates, sources of energy, or the price of critical raw materials. Monitoring critical success factors are critical success factors used to monitor ongoing results, geared towards tracking short-term results. For example, comparison of actual results to budgeted results or industry standards. Building critical success factors are critical success factors that are aligned to the future of the organisation. For example, the launch of new products or the use of new distribution methods. An organisation can use financial and non-financial information, which is internally or externally generated when establishing critical success factors, such as the structure of the industry. Characteristics of the industry itself may determine critical success factors. For example, with the car industry, having an effective dealership network is critical. Strategies of competitors and industry position. Smaller companies must identify what response is critical to success in an industry dominated by one or more larger companies. The smaller organization's success will often depend on the larger organization's strategies. So, for example, if the larger organization decides to reduce prices, the smaller organization needs to assess if they can compete on price, or should they differentiate or divest. Critical success factors will then be designed around monitoring the success of that strategic decision. Each functional managerial position has a generic set of critical success factors associated with it. For example, manufacturing managers are concerned with product quality, inventory control, and cost control. Temporary factors. These are factors that are of significant importance for a particular period of time. For example, say there was a manufacturing recall of a product. The manufacturer might put a critical success factor in place to monitor the effectiveness of the recall. Other areas such as geographical location of production and main sales markets, recognition of product and brand, sales patterns, and environmental factors can all lead to changes in the critical success factor. Critical success factors depend very much on the organisation and its mission or objectives. They should be monitored to ensure they are still relevant and up to date. A mixture of long-term and short-term critical success factors are required and should be measured. Therefore, there is a need to produce a balanced scorecard of indicators and measures. Some examples of critical success factors are, in the car industry, styling, an efficient dealership network organisation, and tight controls of management costs are critical. In the food processing industry, new product development, good distribution channels, and effective advertising are critical. In the supermarket industry, the right product mix available on shelves, advertising and pricing are critical. Critical success factors are where an organisation must excel in order to compete with competition. And organisations will need to put in place the core competencies required to achieve these critical success factors. Core competencies are what an organisation is able to do that other organisations find difficult to copy. Some examples can be product quality, supply quality, technical quality, external credibility, and so forth. Critical success factors are the vital areas where things must go right for the business in order for them to achieve their strategic objectives. The achievement of critical success factors should allow the organisation to cope better than its rivals with any changes in the competitive environment. What gets measured gets done. if it's an important objective, it must be measured, and key performance indicators are used by an organisation to measure the achievement of critical success factors. Key performance indicators are measures which indicate whether or not critical success factors are being achieved. With the performance management paper, the choice of performance measurements and the measurement of performance is key to the syllabus. Features of good performance measures include the effectiveness of businesses in meeting targets, the effectiveness of resource utilisation, measurements containing internal and external elements, using a mix of financial and non-financial measurement methods, employee motivation by linking of measurements to targets set for employees, measurements covering short and long-term organisational performance, and measurements that are flexible to a changing environment. Key performance indicators can be grouped into the 3 E's: economy, effectiveness, and efficiency. Key performance indicators based around economy are performance measures that monitor the amounts spent on inputs, for example, measures of material costs and labour costs. Key performance indicators based around effectiveness are performance measures that monitor whether customers are satisfied with the product or services provided, for example, measurements of customer satisfaction and repeat business. And key performance indicators based around efficiency are performance measures to show how good an organisation is at turning inputs into outputs, for example, measures of wastage and idle time. Johnson and Scholes suggest a 6-step process for developing critical success factors. Step 1. Identify the critical success factors that are critical for profitability. Step 2. Identify what is necessary. By this we mean the core competencies in order to achieve a superior performance in the critical success factors. Step 3. Develop the level of critical competence so that a competitive advantage is obtained. Step 4. Identify appropriate key performance indicators for each critical competence. Step 5. Give emphasis to developing critical competencies that competitors will find difficult to match. And Step 6. Monitor the firm's and its competitors' achievements.